Hello everyone, nice to see you again on my channel. Attraction isn't just about taking the right actions. It's about steering clear of behaviors that can diminish or even erase attraction. If there's one thing that separates men who naturally attract women from those who constantly struggle, it's this: they know what not to do. Most advice focuses on what men should do, how to be more confident, how to impress her, how to keep her interested. And while those things matter, what's often more important are the mistakes you must avoid at all costs, because attraction isn't just about making the right moves, it's about not making the wrong ones. And here's where most men go wrong. They assume that if they just try harder, if they're nicer, if they give more, if they go out of their way to please her, they'll win her over. But in reality, some behaviors don't just kill attraction, they erase it entirely. The worst part: most men don't even realize they're making these mistakes. They keep wondering why she lost interest, why she pulled away, why she suddenly started treating them differently. But by the time they figure it out, it's already too late. So today we're cutting through the noise. These are the 5 things you should never do with a woman. If you want her respect, her desire, and her genuine attraction, you must avoid these at all costs. Let's begin. Thing 1. Never seek validation from her. Validation seeking is one of the biggest attraction killers, yet most men don't even realize they're doing it, and it comes in many forms. Needing constant reassurance. Do you still like me? Are you mad at me? Over re-explaining yourself. I just wanted to make sure you didn't misunderstand me. Asking for permission to be yourself. Is it okay if I say this? Fishing for compliments. Do you think I'm funny? Am I attractive to you? At its core, validation seeking is about insecurity. It's about placing your sense of worth in her hands instead of standing firm in who you are. And here's the truth: women don't want to be your emotional caretaker. The moment she feels like she's responsible for making you feel good about yourself, the attraction starts to die. She wants a man who already knows his own worth, not someone waiting for her to tell him he's enough. So how do you stop one detached from her? Reaction. Oh, if you say something funny, don't look at her to see if she laughed. If you make a decision, don't second guess it based on her opinion. Stand firm. 2. Give validation, don't seek it. Oh, instead of needing her to confirm your worth, turn the tables. Observe her, challenge her, compliment her in a way that shows you see her depth, not just her beauty. 3. Remember, she's attracted to confidence, not neediness. Oh, confidence isn't about arrogance. It's about being secure in yourself, whether she approves or not. A man who doesn't seek validation is a man who commands respect, and a man who commands respect commands attraction. Thing 2. Never put her on a pedestal. There's a dangerous belief that many men hold: the idea that if they treat a woman like a queen, she'll treat them like a king. But in reality, the more you put a woman on a pedestal, the more she looks down on you. Most men don't realize this, but attraction is not built through worship. It's built through respect, and a woman cannot respect you if you act like she's above you. This doesn't mean you should treat her badly. It means you should treat her like a human, not a goddess. Because here's the truth: she doesn't want to be worshipped. She wants to be challenged, intrigued, and engaged. She wants a man who stands beside her, not beneath her. So how do you stop putting her on a pedestal? 1. Don't over-compliment. Oh, if you constantly tell her how amazing she is, she will stop believing it. Compliments are most powerful when they are earned and rare. 2. Have your own life. Oh, a man who puts a woman on a pedestal usually does so because he has nothing else going for him. Get busy, have goals, have purpose. 3. Call her out. Oh, if she does something disrespectful, say something. If she's acting entitled, don't tolerate it. A woman respects a man who sets boundaries and holds his ground. A woman doesn't fall for a man because he worships her. She falls for him because She feels something real when she's around him, and real attraction does not exist in fantasy thing. 3. Never let her control the relationship. A woman will test you, not because she's manipulative, not because she's cruel, but because she needs to know who you really are. She will test your patience, your confidence, your ability to hold your ground, and if you fail, she will lose. Respect for you. The worst thing you can do as a man is let a woman dictate the direction of the relationship. This happens when you agree to everything. She feels special if she's attractive. She's heard it all before the usual praises, glides right off her like water off a duck's back. Compliments only work if they spark an emotional reaction, if they make her feel something unexpected, raw and personal. That's where forbidden compliments come in. These are the compliments that go beyond the surface, the ones that hit her on a psychological level, the ones that make her obsess over you long after the conversation ends. They aren't just about her looks. They aren't just about making her feel good. They're about making her crave your presence. In this video, I'm breaking down 3 powerful, forbidden compliments, ones that, when used correctly, will make any woman feel a rush of emotions she can't ignore. These aren't your average everyday praises. They're crafted to trigger deep attraction and desire. Let's begin. 1. There's something about you that I can't quite figure out. This compliment isn't just words. It's psychological warfare in the game of attraction. It taps in tune of the most powerful forces in a woman's mind, the need to be understood. Most men throw out predictable compliments that are easy to process. You're gorgeous. You have a great smile. You're really fun to be around. Nice, sure, memorable, not at all. But when you tell a woman there's something about you that I can't quite figure out, you're doing something completely different. You're placing mystery at the center of the interaction. You're making her question what it is about her that's pulling you in. And here's the genius of it. You're not telling her what makes her special. You're making her prove it to herself. Attraction isn't just about flattery. If that were the case, women would fall for every guy who called them beautiful. But they don't. Instead, they chase the people who make them feel something deeper. This compliment works because it makes her feel unique. Women don't want to be just another pretty face. They want to feel like they have something rare that sets them apart. 2. Creates tension. You're showing interest, but in a way that keeps her guessing. 3. Engages her emotions. She'll start analyzing what makes her different in your eyes, which means she's already investing in the interaction. The way you say this matters. If you just throw it out there with no energy, it won't land. The trick is to pause, act like you're genuinely thinking and let it slip out naturally. For example, you're talking and she says something interesting. You pause, look at her and say, you know, there's something about you I can't quite figure out. You're out together and she does something unexpected. Instead of just reacting, you lean in slightly and say, you're not like most people I meet, but I can't figure out why. The moment you say this, watch what happens. She'll get hooked. Her body language will shift, her curiosity will spark, and she'll want to know exactly what you mean. And here's the real trick. Don't explain it right away. Let her wonder. Let her try to prove herself to you. The more you leave, you answered, the more she'll chase that validation. Most compliments close the conversation. If you say you have beautiful eyes, she'll just say thanks, and that's the end of it. But this opens a loop in her mind. She won't just brush it off. She'll start analyzing your words, replaying them later, wondering what it is that makes her different in your eyes. And the moment she starts thinking about you when you're not around, that's when attraction turns into obsession. This is how you make a woman feel seen but not completely understood. Because the second she feels like she's figured you out, the game is over. Use this wisely, because once you drop this line, she'll never see you the same way again. 2. I feel like there's a side of you that most people never get to see. This isn't just a compliment. It's a key that unlocks her mind. Most men try to impress women with shallow flattery. You're so beautiful. You're really funny. I love your vibe. And while these might earn a polite smile, they won't make her feel anything but. This compliment sneaks past her defenses. It makes her stop and think. It makes her wonder, what does he see in me that others don't? And in the moment she starts wondering that you're no longer just some guy. You're the one who understands her, in a way no one else does. Women spend their lives being judged on the surface, their looks, their attitude, their social presence. Everything about them is constantly on display, but deep down, every woman craves one thing: to be understood beyond the image. She presents to the world. This compliment hits different because it tells her, one, she's more than what people see. You're recognizing something deeper than just her appearance or personality. Two, you're not like other guys. You're not just seeing the version of her that everyone else sees. You're seeing something more. Three, she now wants to prove you right. If you suggest she has a hidden side, she'll unconsciously start revealing more of herself to you. This creates a powerful shift in interaction. Instead of you trying to impress her, she starts wanting to impress you. The key to making this work: it has to feel genuine. If you just throw it out randomly, it won't land. But if you time it right, when she shares something personal, when she opens up, or when she does something unexpected, it will hit her on a deep level. Here's how to say it. She reveals something about her past, something she doesn't usually talk about. You pause for a moment, then say, I feel like there's a side of you most people never get to see. You're hanging out. And she lets her guard down. Maybe she laughs in a way that feels unfiltered. You smirk and say, I don't think most people get to see this version of you. She does something completely out of character, and you catch her in the moment. You look at her and say, this is interesting. I bet people don't realize this about you. The key here is the pause, the slight moment of hesitation. Before you say it, that moment makes her feel like you're truly noticing something unique about her. Why? This works better than a simple compliment. A regular compliment tells a woman something she already knows. She's beautiful. She's heard it. She's funny, so have 100 other guys. But this compliment makes her question what you see in her. And when she starts trying to figure that out, she's already becoming more emotionally invested in you. It plants a seed in her mind, one that makes her want to open up to you more, to show you the parts of herself she hides from the world, and that's what makes her obsessed. 3, I can't decide if you're trouble or if you're exactly what I need. This isn't just a compliment, it's a psychological trap. Most guys compliment a woman in a way that puts her in control. You're so amazing, I love your energy, you're the most beautiful girl I've ever met. These statements place her on a pedestal, making her the one who gets to decide whether or not she's interested. But this flips the script entirely now. She's the one who's uncertain. Now she's the one who has to figure out where she stands with you. And the moment a woman starts questioning whether she's trouble or exactly what you need, she's already hooked. This compliment works because it creates two things women can't resist: intrigue and tension. One, it makes her feel dangerous and exciting. Women love to feel like they have a certain power over a man, but only if it's a challenge. This compliment suggests that she's unpredictable, that she has the ability to shake up your world, and that makes her want to prove it too. It creates a push-pull dynamic by saying you can't decide. You're showing interest while also keeping a bit of emotional distance. You're not falling for her instantly, you're still figuring her out, and that makes her want to win. You over 3, it sparks curiosity. The moment you say this, she's going to wonder, what does he mean? Why can't he decide? And once she starts thinking about you like that, you're already living Rontry in her mind. This is the exact kind of compliment that leaves her thinking about you long after you've said it. This line works best when there's already a little bit of flirtation and playful tension. It should feel like a natural response to something she's said or done, something that makes her feel